India's supercharged economy is bringing unprecedented wealth to the country's 1.2 billion people. But it's also causing growing pains, including greater inequality.
In the northwestern state of Rajasthan, the economy grew 11% in 2014, but most people live in villages that are still struggling with poverty. Many of those who are most affected are women. NHK senior commentator Aiko Doden reports on a new project to empower them.
Rural villages in Rajasthan are some of the least developed in the country. Women are gathering at the village office to learn how to use a bank account.
With this Bamasha card, you can withdraw your pension.
Until now, state allowance, pension and grants were sent by mail. But with a bank account, all such benefits are transferred electronically. The state government introduced a scheme called Bamasha in 2014. It aims to help women from poor families to receive money directly.
Withdrawing money myself is very convenient. I'll use it for my eye treatment and glasses, and I want to buy clothes for my family.
India has long been a male-dominated society. But in recent years, there's been a push to improve the status of women, following a series of violent incidents that shocked the country. In rural villages like this one in Rajasthan, women are still responsible for much of the housework, but they have little say in financial decisions.
If women get their hands on money, they'll do selfish things.
Men have men's roles and women have theirs.
The idea that only men can inherit family names and fortunes remains deep-rooted, particularly in rural areas. The new scheme is designed to encourage women open bank accounts. The goal is to empower women to manage their household finances.
You're the woman of the house. The card is registered under your name, and it will have your name on it.
Her photo will be printed on the front of the card. Only she can withdraw money using fingerprint verification.
Sign your name here.
I can't write.
One of the beneficiaries is Shanti Devi. She hopes her new bank account will bring new possibilities. She got married when she was 13. She lost her husband in an accident 13 years ago and had to raise their 2 sons on her own.
My life has been tough. I've had only hardships.
Shanti never went to school and was never taught how to read and write. After her husband died, she worked odd jobs, but struggled to make ends meet.
I was not able to send my sons to good schools. I didn't have money and couldn't afford it.
When families living below poverty line open a bank account through the Bamasha scheme, they get a state allowance of about $30. That's about the same as they would normally make in a month.
So this is the place? Yes.
Shanti wants to use that money to open a cosmetics and accessories shop. The village will rent her a space for free in the town centre.
This is a prime location. I think a lot of women will shop at my store and it will be successful.
Shanti took a trip to a neighbouring village with his son and his wife. They headed to a similar shop that sells cosmetics and other supplies.
Can I see the anklets and eyeliner?
She wanted to research the merchandise and prices for her own shop, which will be the first of its kind in her village.
How much is this?
This one looks nicer.
Shanti says she wants to use the money she saves from her business to make sure her grandchildren go to good schools.
I'm getting old. I want my grandchildren to do what my sons couldn't do. I want them to get an education so they can do what they want in life.
The amounts she hopes to save may be small at first, but for women like Shanti, it's not just about the money. Their aspirations will grow with each deposit. Rajasthan's chief minister says she wants to see all 30 million families living in the state to be covered by the scheme by March.
The moment a woman has a bank account, the moment she's educated, and the moment she starts to think differently, a lot of things around her change. When that happens to the women of this state, it makes a difference to a whole society around them. And I believe that's the changes that are taking place. So we are in the transition phase.
And we have Aiko Doden with us in the studio. So welcome, Aiko.
Thank you.
So Rajasthan is known as the center of growth in the country.
Yes.
But I understand that at the same time, it is also a center of inequality.
Well, I think you're right in saying so. And as in other parts of India, that economic disparity is something that Rajasthan as a state also has to overcome. And out of population of 73 million, approximately 1 in 7 people live on less than $1.25 a day. And the literacy rate for women stands at 52%, while for men it's 80%. And according to a UN report, 80% of women in India do not have bank accounts. When women have less education and limited access to financial services, it becomes harder for them to escape poverty. That's why the state government decided to launch this scheme ahead of the national government.
So, Aiko, what changes has this scheme brought about, and what are the challenges that lie ahead?
Well, so far, 10 million households have been registered and over 8.8 billion rupees worth of transactions, which is equivalent to about $130 million, have taken place as of today. And of course, bank accounts alone cannot solve problems overnight, but it can help women to start planning their future. And it may take years, but the fact that they are starting to take the initiative to plan about their future can have a transformative impact, influencing the norms and mindset that define India today. And it is also about financial inclusion and the people's right to register, as you were saying earlier. India being...
You mean that there are many people who are born and live in the country but are not recognized officially?
Right, right. And India being an information technology powerhouse, the government took a note of that and aims to keep track of trends in demography and household spending and to implement policies based on that big data. And it would only make sense to formulate social security policies if you have an accurate information of who the beneficiary is. And we tend to be dazzled by the speed of India's growth, but this is a challenge for the country, which has a population of 1.2 billion.
Thanks, Aiko.
Thank you.